Hello, welcome to your reading. As always, I'll start off by getting a read on your energy so you can confirm if this is indeed your reading. Straight away, there's a feeling of it's somewhere in between anxiousness and excitement. It almost keeps flickering between the two. It's like, is this really happening? And yay, I can't believe it! Something along those lines. Wow, okay, so straight off with the fairies, we have honoring your true feelings, we have dreams coming true, and we also have problem resolved. Beautiful cards. Something you've been wanting for a long time is coming to light. It's coming from you stepping into the space of shedding sort of constrictions that you'd placed upon yourself, limitations that you'd placed upon yourself. I have this feeling of like, oh, you're refinding who you were, rediscovering who you were. And maybe only just recently starting to realize like how much you shrunk yourself to fit in somewhere that you were never meant to stay in. It's like you were meant to go through that experience to realize that you weren't meant to be in that state or remaining in that place. And then we have problem resolved. So this is a very reassuring card. I've had this deck, like this was one of my first decks since I was like maybe 16, 15, 16. And so it's been with me through lots of life transitions, lots of ups and downs. And this card always comes through when it's like whatever you're worrying about, actually in reality, in the background, is already sorted, is already okay. And you'll get confirmation on that very, very soon, probably sooner than you think. And that actually, maybe you're not quite there yet, but very soon, or if you're ready to look at it carefully, you'll realize that like a lot of your worrying, a lot of your ruminating isn't actually adding anything in terms of getting whatever problem you're ruminating on solved. It's that feeling of like there's something that you're working on that only requires like 5 points of energy, and you're in your anxiousness expending like 150 points of energy on something that only requires 5, which is fine. We've all been there. So just a little reminder to let go, to surrender, and to lean into trust can often be easier said than done. Affirmations can be really helpful. Just, I trust what's mine can't miss me, and what's not mine can't stay. Okay, so let's dig into the tarot and get a little bit more information on what exactly you're going through. What is this thing that you're like anxious but also excited about? What is this thing that you seem to be a little confused about? What are you stepping away from? Can we get more information, please? Thank you. Wow. Well, that's a lot of cards. Are we taking them all? Yes, we are. Okay, I'm getting that these are meant to be looked at afterwards. Thank you. We'll start with these. Got 10 of Wands. Powerful. So straight away, yeah, you're at the end of some kind of cycle. We have Page of Pentacles. Okay. I'm hearing learning, something you've been studying. There we go. There's the overthinking. We have the 9 of Swords. And then we also have the 2 of Pentacles. So this is about something coming back into balance. Whatever this like heavy last cycle has been, it's been a lesson. It's been a lesson, something to do with how you take up space in this 3D material world, in terms of like, it could be the work that you're doing, it could be your literal environment, your house, that there were a lot of lessons in this last cycle, and that in sort of going through what you've been going through, you've forgotten certain parts of yourself, and that the test was in how much you would get lost in that ruminating space, and your ability to snap out of that, to get beyond that. Okay, let's get some clarification, please. Seeing this one straight away. Beautiful. So we have King of Swords. Yes. So it's mastering that that overthinking energy. Right. Channeling and redirecting that energy. I see. And where is that energy meant to be directed then? Okay, Five of Wands. Five of Wands usually has quite like a combative, heavy energy that involves a lot of conflict. But in this particular card, I'm actually seeing a lot of portals. This feeling of like, yeah, stepping through portals, stepping through dimensions. And then we have Ace of Pentacles with the Eight of Swords. This card, this is my like limiting self-belief card. It's that energy of kind of, or say it goes through layers. You're stuck in this situation that's got you down, that's got you forgetting who you are, where you've like lost your power, or you've given your power up to another source, to an outer source. This seems to be to do with your living situation and also your like earning ability, something around that with all of the pentacles. And then this causes you to sort of direct all of this heavy intellectual energy inwards in a very self-sabotaging manner. And then the deeper you go into that cycle of directing that energy inwards in a destructive manner, the smaller you become, the more energy is drained, and then the stronger this sort of cage that you've built around yourself becomes, right? And then you're at the point of the cycle where the first step is you realize that whatever's been getting you down or whatever's been holding you back, you realize that you are the one who gave it that power, and that it's actually a lot smaller than you may have built up in your head. And that's okay. It's like a necessary, we'll say, like embodied experience to go through. And so that's the first step, is realizing that whatever the perceived enemy or the perceived, we'll say like cage or villain was, is actually a projection in many ways of your unconscious. And that in that realization, you immediately draw a lot of your power back to yourself. And then the next thing of that is once you realize that you've been giving so much of that power away and then using so much of your intellectual energy to like look down on yourself. And when both of those things can shift, so firstly, you take your power back from whatever outside source you were giving it away to. And then secondly, the self-destructive intellectual energy gets channeled into creating something, into moving to a new place, metaphorically or physically, into going through, like stepping through a portal, right? This King of Swords. We move from this like over ruminating energy, the self-destructive energy, we move that to like a mastered, intellectual, embodied energy vibe. And then once both of those things have happened, so your intellectual energy is no longer doing this and is now doing this, it has the power to like cut the binds, cut the ties free. And then the other part is, now that you've taken your power back, right, you are in the driver's seat again. And it's like, you can lift your head up and almost, it's not give yourself permission, but it's got that kind of feeling. Give yourself permission to want what you wanted again. Maybe, yeah, you've gotten into a very small and tight corner and convinced yourself, or let some other projection convince you that you couldn't have more than what you have now. And whatever's coming, the sort of like 10 of Wands with this ending of a burdensome cycle, whatever's coming next is, yeah, you breaking out of that and finding harmony again with this Ace of Pentacles that's coming out. In this deck, it's the Eight of Materials. Look at the flowers blossoming. It's new beginnings in the material world. Wow. Are you kidding me? Okay. So this is the cards that fell out like separately in the clump before that I said like we're putting that aside. That's what's to come, right? And the first card that's coming from that is 20 Awakening. I think that speaks for itself. Maybe you've been stuck in some kind of almost nightmare or some kind of alternate reality where you forgot you forgot yourself. You were like living in a world of black and white, and now you're waking up to full technicolor again. Oh, look how beautiful these cards are. Then you have the Lovers coming through too. Another Ace. You've got Ace of Swords coming from that 8 and 9 of Swords. This is so powerful. So yeah, new beginnings. This is like new beliefs. This is new information coming through. But especially because you've been ruminating and in that like self-limiting place from like the Swords suit, this Ace of Swords really looks to me like a shift in perspective, a shift in how you talk to yourself, what you believe about yourself. And then we have that Three of Cups. With these, like coming out with these cards, this is forgiveness. This is like deep healing that's happened. What is this Lovers card about? So Lovers, it can be literally, right, a love interest. It can also be about duality, and it can be about choice. So if this is your reading, one of those things is resonating for you. And then we have the Hanged Man, but reverse. Isn't that a beautiful Hanged Man? So coming in again with that theme of perspective shifting. Wow, okay. Any other messages to come through, please, on that? Thank you. The cards are falling out for you. I was about to swear there. Holy guacamole, as a good friend of mine likes to say. You got a 6 of Wands or 6 of Inspiration with the Moon. Those two coming out for like this next chapter, what you're stepping into, it's definitely got something to do with I'm seeing this as spiritual energy, revealing what was hidden, revealing things that people may not have realized, and being like the voice or the face of bringing these things to light that need to come to light. So there's going to be a lot of eyes on you. Like she's a star, right? It's a star energy. Look at this imagery. We've got the awakening with that star energy. And then I'm hearing this, seeing this as like a lot of offerings. Look at all of those hands offering those. That's a lotus offering these flowers. There's this offering from above as well. So a lot of gifts, a lot of opportunities, offers coming from a divine place and then also from a material place. We do have 5 of Swords that came out in reverse. Some kind of realignment with 2 of Swords. We have 4 of Swords. You've had so much sword energy come out. So this last lesson, it might have been coming, like manifesting in the material world in terms of like living situation, career, and then also the shifts will be coming there. But the true lesson and the true shift through all of this was actually about your mental space and your intellectual energy and how you handle that energy within yourself. You might be an air sign or be someone who has like very strong mercurial mercurial energy, like a very fast thinker, very fast learner, like flitting, like very excited about new information. And then for you to fully step into what you like the person you're meant to be for everyone around you requires you to master, channel, hone that energy in a conducive way. And then when you get thrown off, it can become very like damaging and destructive very fast. So this has been like an important cycle for you to really strengthen that foundation of being able to wield this sword in a masterful way so that you're not cutting yourself, you're not cutting other people, but instead you're cutting free, right? Cutting free from the binds, awakening. And then we have Eight of Pentacles. So there's a lot of opportunities coming through, a lot of very exciting opportunities coming through where you're going to be very much like the center of attention. And then it's that with great power comes great responsibility. Is it Spider-Man's uncle that said that? There's gonna be work, right? We have Eight of Pentacles. She's in the middle of that web. She's really like weaving the web. She's building it, and it feels like this like weaving this tapestry that's meant to connect and serve a lot of different people. And so that's why you need to really be on it.